So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is... And the shot! He's scored!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Yeah, the goal was really well worked. Look, the game is a constant search for space, and he found a pocket.
Inter Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Matthäus looking to play it into the box.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
Deftly away. Decent progress down the left. Barella goes pelting down that left-hand side. Now it's De Bruyne. Matthäus, can he get onto this? He's picked his way through, and he's heaved it away. Corner it is.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Keeper's dealt with that, and that should get the job done. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
And this is Vieri. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
That appeared to be an inevitable...
And he shoots! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Thuram clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Corner number 2 then. Damian can get it clear. McTominay. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. That's a promising position. He's found a way through. De Vrij tries to clear. Quarter of an hour played. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Just eases him off the ball. De Vrij kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Can he finish? And the ball's come loose here. Played out to the right, and he's picked it up out wide. He is through here. Now that is a hefty challenge. De Bruyne crosses. Cleared away.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Nakata. So what can they make of this? And it's Ribéry. Ball's gone out of play. And that's definitely not his best. Mateus. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. He's through here. Bastoni with the slide tackle there. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Çalhanoğlu has been given his marching orders. He had already been on a yellow card from a previous incident. Inter Milan have their third corner. Thuram! Denied by an instinctive save.
Thuram really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Looking for options for movement. That looks a cracking ball. Thuram takes a shot! Yes, it's there! Inter are back in business. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can't come into it, and it didn't.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. That's a throw. And it's Nakata. De Bruyne. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Thinks about the shot. Martinez. Barella gets across to intercept that. Played out to the left flank. Zanetti goes sliding in. Oh, that's fabulous. Swings in across.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
This is the time you need that pace.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Searching pass he's played there. Chance for a shot! They've scored! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Inter Milan get themselves into the lead.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and...
Mateus! It's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah.
And we hit half-time. Inter Milan are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half. What a good half. They've gone blow for blow, and it's 2-2. So once again, we're underway. He's got away.
Might want to be careful there.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Ribery gets into a good position. There's the shot! Danger averted for now. Barella with big header! Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Look, if they're going to counter, it has to be pacier and much more decisive.
Serginho. Now that looks a decent ball. Martinez providing an outlet on that flank. Serginho. And there's his chance to lead the counter. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Zanetti pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. And it's Nakata. Out to the left it goes. Now, who's going to be first to this? Zanetti. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Pass somewhat off target. That has been slung wide. He's shifting through the gears here. Now, what about this cross? He's having a shot! Chance! And how good was that? He's got himself an absolute peach. Into the lead once more. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Yeah, and I think it always looks a bit more dramatic when the frame of the goal plays its part.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
And they've got rid. And they're quick to get it back. Vieri. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
And he has shown him a yellow card.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 48. Viene sostituito con il numero 10.
McTominay. Now Martinez. This looks promising. An uncompromising challenge. And that has been clubbed away. Tries to pass it through. Serginho receives it in a wide position. Yildiz. That has not gone well. Spread out to the left. Serginho going face-to-face with his great rival. And that pass just didn't quite work. Martinez. Oh, well measured. And it's Serginho. Not the most accurate pass.
Inter really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter into the last quarter of an hour. He's found a way past. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Nicely weighted ball. Quality ball.
Inter surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Oh, good-looking ball. Nicely shaped ball. McTominay cuts out the pass. It's a throw-in.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 22. Numero 23. Lasciano il campo per
Aims beyond the
il
defence.
numero 15.
That ball looks a
Il
good
numero
one.
13.
Knocks it into space. He's had a shot! It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. To square things up. And he scores! Back in business! Not a twitch, not a blink.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Ball square again into the dying minutes.
Well, those players out there must be exhausted now, Peter, but at least they have momentum, which augurs well if this goes to extra time.
Gets a good foot in there. Zanetti eases the ball away from him.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And the number on the board is 3. Looking for the run. And the shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
And it's hoisted clear. Now it's Vieri. Yildiz. He might have to go it alone here. Pass is just off target. It is going to need 30 more minutes, no winner after 90.
Well, we can only hope we get an extra time contest of similar ambition, provided fatigue doesn't begin to play a part.
So a brief breather and then extra time.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time. Inter Milan displayed great character to force extra time from what looked a pretty ominous situation. The question now is, can they go on to win it? It is doable. And he's quick to get it clear again. They're back in possession and ready to go again. And he's managed to get... has a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's cut it out. Finish! Oh, what about that? Late in the day, this could well be it! That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Inter Milan go into the lead.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
And the finish! Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Oh, that's a key interception. Shifted it to the flank. Bastoni. He has found the way through. Header! And that would have been half-time, extra time. Inter Milan come roaring back in quite some style. We've got a very different game now. Well, it has been a punishing game, both physically and mentally. But does either team have what it takes to find a winner? And if you're just back, well, the action is back underway already. Well, this really has been shapes to shoot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Deep cross, and that is expertly dealt with. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Great ball if he can get there. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And that is out of play. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Bastoni cuts it out. Zanetti tries to play it through. Cross into the box. Inter Milan have their second corner now. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Çalhanoğlu, and there's green grass ahead of him. Decent chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Inter really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
It's run loose here. Out of play for a throw.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 6, Javier Zanetti. Viene sostituito con il numero 19.
Turns and goes back. He's going for goal! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Chips it through. He's being urged to shoot. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Pings in across. He gets big. And that is it. The equaliser just wouldn't come. It is over. Perfect result, perfect outcome, a test passed with flying colours. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
From the manager's perspective, Peter, I don't think he could have asked for much more. Well, certainly, result-wise, this is a game they wanted to win.
So here we are, a new chapter begins, new heroes will arise, new legends will be written. It is time to turn the page. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's away we go then. Well, there is David Villa, a player whose thirst for goals is unquenchable. One of Spain's finest ever strikers, Jim.
Yes, I think his record speaks for itself, Peter. He's far from just a poacher. I like the way he's constantly on the move, creating space for others, and he's got the creativity to play in deeper roles if needed.
Looking for the run. Oh, he's found support out wide. Neymar picks it up out wide. Neymar's cross. He's got full. Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
Santos with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. Santos have their second corner now. Mateus plays it short. Not the most accurate pass. Mateus! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Neymar, David Villa. It's a loose ball. David Villa unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Oh, that's well spotted. Oh, they could break here. And that's gone loose. And he can clear it away. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Griezmann, Serginho, shot, surely!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
And he was quick to react. Looking to play him in. Threads one in, and it's made its way to him. Courtois claims it, safe hands. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Valverde. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. And that's going to be a booking. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down.
Santos clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
It's come through and he's had a quick look inside.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Neymar has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. That's a good ball out wide. Mateus. Now it's Griezmann. Griezmann driving. He's had a shot!
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Mateus conjures time and space where few can. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident.
Well, he pushed his luck to the very limit and the refs just lost patience with him.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. And the ball's gone astray. Mateus. Tries to play it through. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Saliba. Mateus. Can he get it through? And he cuts out the supply. Right card. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
He has found a way through. Up he goes! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Serginho. Now that looks a decent ball. Griezmann. Serginho receives it in a good position. Decent chance! Goal! First blood drawn. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Santos really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Yep, it's a corner. So, third corner of the game. Mateus with the short one. And now they can spring out of defence. The referee's awarded a free kick. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. He's gone for goal! Well, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of Binden.
Can he finish? Mateus. Oh, no joy this time. Lovely pass, but can he get there? The ball has bounced loose now. And the half-time whistle goes. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we're off again. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. And they're quick to get it back. Mateus. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred...
Header! Against the crossbar. Caught offside that time. Van Dijk. Saliba. Valverde. Aimed beyond the defence. He is through here. David Villa was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop. There's the shot! He scored! Santos are all square. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Santos grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
He's found a way through. Oh, important interception. Santos appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're...
Shoots! Goal! Santos! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're up and running.
Well, Peter, if you're looking for a top-class left-back, look no further than this guy.
A seriously rapid Serginho. What can we expect from him?
Well, he's like a full-back, wing-back and winger fused into one. There's a lot of people who can learn a thing or two about the way he moves about the pitch.
Yeah, particularly the way he picks up those positions to gather goals and offer assists. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
And there's an early warning shot across the bow.
I was expecting him to play it in until I saw his run-up. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
There's the header! That's a half-decent try. Bellingham. Threads one in. Rijkaard spots it and intercepts. Rudiger. He's a sharp little ball here. Good ball, good take. Just the keeper to beat. Cleared without complication. Van Dijk. Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. And he's managed to get free. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Out for a throw. Neymar goes for a shot! It's hit the upright. That's a smashing touch to get him away. Looking to go... Up he goes! That's another chance! There it is! The breakthrough strike! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Zanetti delivers. Shoots! They've played it short. And here's Neymar. And now they can spring out of defence. This ended up in no man's land. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. Great defending, strong and determined. What a delightful ball. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Neymar receives... Neymar! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Neymar deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, super find. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And he's had a hit! It's a loose ball. In he goes again! It's gone in, and it is an own goal!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Zanetti gets across to intercept that. Szoboszlai.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
He's found a way through. Hangs one in. Beckenbauer gets it away. Neymar. Neymar goes on a charge down the left. He's on it, can he get away? Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal, and it had to be. Serginho cuts out the pass. Szoboszlai puts his foot on the gas. Just eases him off the ball. Neymar has found the net here, of course.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Shapes to shoot! Against the crossbar! That is good alertness. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. Bellingham. Great vision. And a chance! And the keeper couldn't hold it. And he hits the net. And they've got their lead back. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Madrid take the lead. He's picked his way through. That is a crunching tackle. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, that's fabulous. A mighty effort! Cleared without hesitation. That's a good run down the left. Flashes it across. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Mateus. And we've reached half-time. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. Yeah, neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Here we go again then.
Oakland Roots really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And again! No mistake! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
Zanetti eases the ball away from him. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. He has found the way through. Zanetti crosses. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is.
Was that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And he is going into that little black book. The player's body language here is a bit grim. It is not looking great at all.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical.
Mateus! It's their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. He slings it in. And he's there to clear it. Madrid are looking to go forward now. He's away! Now then, the ball's come loose. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store. Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
It's Neymar!
The attendance for this match was
Oh, nice!
29,950.
Just not quite.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Rudiger has given away a free kick. And it's Serginho. They get a throw in. Szoboszlai did just about enough to come out on top. Neymar! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
Oh, what has happened here? It's a searching pass. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And that is as far as they're going to go. McAllister gets a foot in here. McAllister did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Neymar tries looking up for options. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
So who's he going to be aiming for here? There was plenty of power on that. Bellingham. He's had a shot! And for a moment, time stood still.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
Out to the right. Can he get on the end of this? That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. So, third quarter of the game. Zanetti with the clearance. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Shot could be on. Bellingham gets it clear. Serginho's cross. Can he finish? Sticks it away! Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
After 78 minutes is number 9, El Hadji Diouf. El Hadji Diouf.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Azar. Now it's Bellingham. Azar. Played into the middle. Terrific header! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
That's going to go a long way. Szoboszlai.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
And he's had it nicked away. Distributed tidily. He is through here. He came in hard, very hard. And he's there to get it away.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Played in. Bayer claims it. Safe hands. Azar. Zanetti getting this one clear. Bastoni. 5 minutes to add. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Rijkaard has got himself a free kick. And he's going to have his name taken. Danger averted for now. And that is as far as it goes. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
I thought it lived up to its billing, Peter. Very competitive, open and entertaining, and a little debating room as to whether the outcome was fair.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game
everybody,
yet to
and
kick
welcome
off.
to today's
The
match.
excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle, and here we go. Iker Casillas, Jim, a man considered amongst the greatest ever when it comes to goalkeeping.
Yeah, and it's all the more impressive given that he's relatively short for a keeper, Peter. But he makes up for it with his agility, his laser focus and the ability to live up to the big occasion. Also, don't forget the way he exerts control, despite not being particularly outspoken. That is something else too.
Played out towards the right wing. Deep cross. Mbappe! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Manchester United with the corner. They're first. Szoboszlai goes short. And now they can spring out of defence. Now, can they get him away? Serginho is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
That'll be a throw. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Szoboszlai. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Decent chance! It's there! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Oakland Roots are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Szoboszlai. Son Heung-min. Ball's gone out of play. And it's Rice. Now this could be a chance. Rafael Leao! Decent enough try.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Can he get on the end of this? Rice. Palmer. Aims beyond the defence. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. That's a lovely, neat pass. Rafael Leao showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Van Dijk does well to get it back. That's an imaginative pass. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Can he get it through? Rice. Here's Rafael Leao. Rice. And it's Palmer. Mbappe. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Rice. Howson is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And it's made its way to him. Mateus. Griezmann has created one goal already. That's beautifully weighted. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Spread it left. Good ball over the top. Deftly away. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Son Heung-min. Nice interception, well timed. That is ended up in no man's land.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Can he latch on to this? And that's put paid to a promising move. Szoboszlai. Palmer. Serginho. Mateus. And it's Serginho. In towards the back. He's got tall. It's in! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And yes, it's him again. Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Mbappe. Now this could be a chance. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, he's been caught napping. Goes for a shot! Really well taken goal. And right on half-time, that is telling. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done. And there is the half-time whistle. So engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1.
Substitution.
And we're off again. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Szoboszlai. And they're quick to get it back. Oh, nicely intercepted. Rudiger. Out to the left it goes.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Floated through. Szoboszlai. Schlotterbeck. Palmer. Manchester United looking to pass their way through. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Face to face. Great chance! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Manchester United have their second corner now. Oh, the ball's run loose here. No, he didn't quite meet it right. He's in a great position here. Oh, that's fabulous. And he's cut it out. Hakimi for Palmer. It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, what a ball! And the shot! It's in! They have come roaring back!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
For this match was
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
We have ourselves a real game here.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Chance! And that should get the job done. Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Son Heung-min is there to clear. Zanetti got a long way forward to join the attack. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. No second thought, a straight red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Now that's well seen too.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Hakimi in acres of space out wide. And it's Rice. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, it's come loose. Zanetti. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, good spread. Looking for the run. Howson gets rid without sophistication. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, super find. Can he finish? Goal! Manchester United! And the comeback is complete. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Manchester United take the lead.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Rice. Manchester United finding their passes.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
He really ended up between a rock and a hard place then, Peter. Probably took the...
And he shoots! Hakimi played... He gets big! He should have put that one away.
And that reaction says it all. They had a real chance to tighten the screw there, and it's been blown.
And the keeper's given it away. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
That ball looks a good one. And that is as far as they're going to go. Rice gets a foot in here, looking to play him in. He's got plenty of space out wide here.
Manchester United can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Now there's a fine ball. Shot a goal! They want to be quick to recover this.
Added minutes has been
Palmer.
indicated.
And a chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Palmer actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Manchester United have their third corner. They've played it short. And he's gone backwards. Tries a shot! And again! It's in! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. Messi duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Manchester United could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
That's that, the end. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Oakland Roots desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.